After the angle section on week 7, day 3, there is a section that follows that is from Corbett Maths, and it is testing a range of skills that we have been looking at this year. The first thing the Corbett Maths section is asking us to do is find 50% of 618. Now your child should recognise that 50% is the same as finding half. So all they need to do is find half of 618. To make this a little bit easier, what you could do is you could split 618 into 600 and then 18 and find half of each. So half of 600 we should know is 300, half of 18 is 9, put them together. Half of 618 is 309. Next, we have got to add 2/3 and 5/9. When adding fractions, if the denominator is the same, you keep that the same and just add the numerators. However, because we have different denominators, what we need to do is find a common denominator. So to find a common denominator, you can look at both of the numbers and find a number that they both have in their times tables. So I know that 9 is in the 3 times tables, therefore I can convert thirds into ninths, so my common denominator is going to be ninths. So I want to convert my fractions into ninths. 5/9 is already in ninths, so that one is going to stay exactly the same. However, I want to convert 2/3 into ninths. What I need to do here is I need to look at my denominators and see how I have converted, or how have I got from 3 to 9. What have I multiplied by? Well, I know 3 times 3 is 9. I have multiplied 3 by 3 to get 9. Therefore, I must do the same to the numerator. Whatever you do to the denominator, you must also do to the numerator. So I've times the 3 by 3 to get 9, so I need to times the 2 by 3, which would give me 6. So 2/3 is the same as 6/9. So now I can go back to my addition. 6/9 add 5/9. The denominator stays the same. 6 add 5 is 11. Now this has given us an improper fraction, which means the numerator is bigger than the denominator. To convert this into a mixed number, which would give us an integer and a fraction, what we need to do is look at the denominator, see how many times the denominator will go into the numerator, and then whatever is left over, what the remainder is, will be the remaining fraction. So I know that 9 goes into 11 once, because 9 times 1 is 9, and then my remainder is 2. So that would be 2/9. So it's going to be 1 and 2/9, the answer. The next question says, James and Jack buy 3 kilograms of chocolate. Each boy eats 80 grams. How much chocolate is left? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to convert the kilograms into grams to make it easier for us to work out. So I know that 1 kilogram is the same as and equal to 1,000 grams. Therefore, 3 kilograms is going to be the same as 3,000 grams. Now I've worked this out, I can work out how much chocolate the boys ate in total. It says they ate 80 grams each, and there are 2 boys, so I'm going to do 80 add 80 to work out how much chocolate they ate. So 80 add 80, I know 8 add 8 equals 16, therefore 80 add 80 is going to equal 160. So they ate 160 grams in total. Now we want to work out how much chocolate is left, so what we are going to do is take the amount we started with, which was 3,000 grams, and then take away how much they ate, which was 160. So we're going to do 3,000, take away 160. Instead of doing this using the column method, because we would have to do a lot of exchanging and regrouping, I am going to do this by first taking away the 100. So 3,000 take away 100 is going to be 2,900. And then I'm going to take away the 60. Now my number bonds to 100 tell me that 60 out of 40 is 100, therefore we are going to be left with 2,840 grams. To check that this answer is correct, what you can do is you can do the amount that we had left over, which is 2,840, add the amount eaten, 160, and that should give us 3,000. The next question, we are having a look at this Carroll diagram here. Now these diagrams help us to sort numbers using these headings here. So for example, a number that is not a multiple of 5 and a square number would go in B. We want to work out a number that would go in section C. Looking at section C here, we have got the headings, it is a multiple of 5 and it is not a square number. A multiple of 5 means that it can be divided by 5, that is any number that ends in a 0 or a 5. Now it says not a square number. A square number is a number that is the product of the same number being multiplied. So for example, 8 times 8 is 64. 64 is a squared number. So we're looking for a number that isn't a square number and is a multiple of 5. So I'm going to start by writing the 5 times table out. Type it. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to stop there. Now we're looking for a number in this 5 times table that is not a squared number. I know 5 is not a squared number because this is not the product of the same number being multiplied. So 5 could go in C. 10, I also know this is not a squared number because it is not the product of two numbers being multiplied. That could also go in, as could 15, and the same with 20. However, 25 could not go in section C. Even though this is a multiple of 5, it is a squared number. I know this because 5 times 5 equals 25. The final question we are going to look at says, Miss Jones prepares a picnic for her class. Each child will get 2 sandwiches, 5 carrot sticks, 9 grapes and 1 drink. Altogether, Miss Jones packs 30 sandwiches. So we know that she's packed 30 sandwiches. How many grapes does she pack? To work out how many grapes she's packed, we need to work out how many children in total have gone on this picnic. So we know that altogether Miss Jones has packed 30 sandwiches and each child will get 2 sandwiches. Therefore, we need to do 30 divided by 2 to work out how many children there were in total. 30 divided by 2, or 30 split in half, would be 15. So there are 15 children in total on the picnic. Now to work out how many grapes each child would get, that's simple. Now we know there are 15 children and they each get 9 grapes. We need to do 15 times 9, or we could use repeated addition and add 15 9 times. I'm going to use the short formal method. So we're going to do 15 times 9. First starting with our ones column, 9 times 5, 5 times 9 is 45. Now 45 is too large to put into my column here. This digit can be a maximum of 9, therefore I need to exchange and regroup. My 1s can go in this column, so we've got 5 1s, and then we need to exchange and regroup the 10s into the 10s column here. So I've got 4 10s which need to be exchanged and regrouped. Next we're going to do 1 times 9. I know 1 times 9 is 9, and then we are going to add this exchange and regrouped 4 here. So we're going to do 9 add 4, which is 13. And this, my 3 is going to go in my 10s column, and the 1 is going to go in my 100s column. So 15 times 9 is 135, and this is how many grapes Miss Jones packed.